Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Algorand. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the charts. Taking a look at the daily, as you can see right now we are in this channel down pattern, and I gave you this pattern way before we actually had this run in here in April. So I did advise you that we might run into this thing, and we should be expecting that since we are in this pattern, and that is what is going to be happening as long as we're in it. So we had one bounce, two bounce, three bounce, and this is the fourth bounce with a pullback. So hopefully with this pullback, we're able to hold this key support level. We'll take a look at it more in detail on the weekly chart, but as of right now, I just want to show you that we have a key support level here that we printed back in December of 2022, which also coincidentally happened to be the bounce off of the support of the channel down pattern. So we want to hold this low and we don't want to drop lower. Now, in case we were to go lower, if that were to happen, that would be a negative statement from Algorand, and that would indicate that we're going to be looking at a pullback with a target at 11 cents roughly. Your minimal target would be at 13.5 cents, which would be the 1.272 fib, and the 1.618 fib would be at 11 cents. But again, that's only after we break below this. So if you start breaking below, you start back testing it as resistance, then yes, we can start targeting the 1.272 and after that the 1.618. For now, I don't think that is going to be happening unless Bitcoin sees a deeper pullback. We are expecting 25,000-ish and a bounce off the 20 EMA because Bitcoin is just a bit overextended on the weekly. Now, if we start zooming in here, you can see that if we zoom in, you can see that we did have some sort of an ascending triangle here, and we broke down from that triangle, and our target was, let me just bring you that. That was the first touch. So that was approximately our breakout target, and look at that. We met the target perfectly on point. So if you were, for example, entering a short position, which I don't recommend doing, I never do leverage trading. So what I did is I took the height of the triangle from the first touch and applied it to the point of breakout. And as you can see, we had our target at 17 cents roughly, and that's where we wicked here. So target met perfectly, and we are retracing back to this low. So hopefully we are able to stay above this level here. One thing you'll see is that we're already closing candles below the March low, so that is quite negative. We might continue down with this trajectory, and we might just end up here at 16.5 cents, which would be a good level to dollar cost average at, but never go all in, because like I said, there is always a chance that we might just drop below, back test as resistance, and then we continue on to the downside. So if I zoom out and I show you the fib retracement that I've got here on the chart, it's from the swing high that we printed all the way back here in November 2021 and the swing lows that we printed back during summer of 2021. And as you can see, the 1.618 at 26.5 cents was perfectly retraced to, and we retested that multiple times before eventually breaking down in November last year and creating a lower low. So ultimately, this is our key support. We do not want to be losing that. But on the fib, as you can see, we have a second Fibonacci level here. So the fib level is sitting at almost 15 cents. So this could be another one of those major buying opportunities for you if you set up some buy limit orders and you have your buy at, 1504, 1506. No round numbers. Remember, we always talk about that. You don't want to have round numbers in your limit orders. So if that gets filled and we sort of come back down to this thing here, and we repeat the March 2020 pullback, not as in we are going to have a flash crash, but we basically retrace to the same prices, because this here happened due to a black swan event, but this right here would happen due to us printing a new bear market bottom. But like I said, it all depends on Bitcoin. For now, I would expect us to retrace back to 16,500 or 16.5 cents, and from there we'd see a bounce to the upside. Now, taking a look at the daily RSI, so this is a very bullish sign right now. And just to be fully transparent, I do own Algorand and I'm dollar cost averaging. All of my trade alerts are going to be on my Patreon. You have a 7-day free trial to check out my portfolio. All of my podcasts and all of my low cap gems, all of that is available for free for 7 days. And yeah, let me know what you think. So we're entering this support block, as you can see, anywhere from 34.5 down to 31.5. So that is a massive support block that we have been retesting multiple times. As you can see, even if you have a fake out, you still tend to move to the upside afterwards. But as you can see, you've entered this support block and you bounced off of it on multiple occasions. And usually that is a sign that we're near the low, we're near the local low, we're near the local low of prices. So you're definitely going to be seeing a move to the upside from here. However, we could still do something like this and then come back down, right? And then just hover around in this area for a bit. So this still would be a great buying opportunity. Algorand is an amazing project, and I do think we're going to be seeing some nice gains with Algorand in the next bull market. So stay tuned and let's jump into the weekly chart. Taking a look at the weekly chart, as you can see, we have our key support level here from 16.84 cents down to 14.12 cents, and we have two bounces off this support block. This is our key support. We do not want to be losing that whatsoever, like whatsoever. And if you zoom in here, you can see that we just got a rejection off the 20 EMA. We got above it slightly, but then we got sent back down. And we're coming back slowly but surely, coming back down to the support block. So this is an amazing buying opportunity, guys. Do not miss out on this. I'm not saying you have to FOMO in, but this is an incredible buying opportunity for Algorand. Remember when you wanted to buy into Algorand back in November? Well, now you have the opportunity to do that, at the same price. And you can also see that we broke above this resistance trend line. We back tested it as support. Then we ran into a new resistance trend line here. So you have to break above this one and back test it as support the exact same way you had a breakout and a back test of support. So the exact same thing has to happen here. We have to have a breakout. You probably run into resistance here somewhere around 40 cents, and then you come back down to retest that level as support. Potentially that's what we're going to see. You also have the 55 EMA there, which is the red line. That's going to be a massive resistance level. We haven't touched it since January of 2022, so that's going to be a massive back test of resistance. It's probably going to send us back down if we slightly kiss it. Taking a look at the weekly RSI, so you can see that we are very, very close to the oversold area. This is typically where you want to be dollar cost averaging. Algorand hasn't had that incredible pump that we've seen with some altcoins into January or into April. So we're sitting at these low levels here on the RSI. This is definitely where you want to be dollar cost averaging into your position. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Now we can also add another resistance trend line here on the RSI just for confirmation. There we go, just like that. So that's going to be a massive resistance level for us to break on the weekly chart. So once we are able to do that, and once we see that breakout, and it is confirmed by the volume indicator, right? So we need the volume to confirm that breakout, because if we have no volume and we see a breakout, that's probably a fake out. That's usually how it goes. Now, if we move over to the weekly stochastic, you can see that we are sitting in the oversold below the RSI of 20. So that is definitely a good buying signal for me, at least. This is not a financial advice, like I said, but overall, Algorand is in a very, very good buying opportunity. If you're even looking to take profits at the all-time high prices here at around about $3, you're almost sitting at these lows that we were sitting back here in 2020. So for example, you pick up 14.5 cents and you're looking at 2,000% of gains. But I think this next bull market, Algorand is going to do much better, and we're probably going to be breaking above that all-time high. So we could be looking at $5 to $7 for the in the next bull market. So yeah, let me know what your bull market targets are. Let me know if you're buying into Algorand right now. What are your targets to the downside if we break below this key support level? And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something useful, and I'm going to see you in the next update. Bye-bye.